All right, guys, every month we have something called the Fanatics Collect Premier Auction. It only occurs once a month, and it is only absolute monster cards. Last night was no exception. This was the November Fanatics Collect Premier Auction, and we are going to ring this cowbell like never before. Some humongous records were set, some very interesting results, some questionable timing, all sorts of storylines. 40 huge basketball cards sold last night. I hope you guys enjoy the video and this gets your weekend off to a great start. If you've got a bunch of unwanted inventory that you've been sitting on for days, weeks, months, years, ship it to Fanatics Marketplace and let them do all the work. Just make sure when you ship it, you use the promotional code CAJUN, all capital letters, C-A-J-U-N. All right, guys, Bryan with Cajun Cardboard coming at you from the great state of Louisiana, and we're not going to waste any time. Today is the perfect storm. I had to do an alt review preview video. I had to do a back to basics project update on the voting results where we're trying to find the hobby's favorite 1990s Michael Jordan base card. So stay tuned for that video this evening, tonight at 6 p.m. Central Time. And then, of course, right now you're about to find out how these 40 cards did, 40 monster cards did last night on the Fanatics Premier November auction. Let's not waste any time. Let's get cranking. We'll start with an Allen Iverson card that probably didn't belong in here. Again, the Fanatics Premier auction is probably for cards $10,000, $15,000 or more. This Allen Iverson 1996 Topps Chrome on-card autograph refractor. It's a 9.510. This just seems really low. I'm not sure this card didn't belong in here, but this is just not a really good sale. $5,760 for this AI autograph in-person refractor rookie 9.510. Next, we've got a Kobe Bryant Zion Williamson. Again, now is probably not the time to sell Zion, but you know what? To be honest with you, I get it. Sometimes you're just sick of somebody, right? You've held a card for long enough. It keeps getting worse and worse. This is probably no exception. The card would probably be worth more if Zion's signature was not on it, but this is the Zion Kobe Dual Auto BGS 9.5 Pop 9. It does have a 10 for the auto, and this is from 2019 Hoops Art. This card does $6,150. The first card we're going to look up on Card Ladder is the 2003 Bowman Chrome Refractor LeBron James rookie card. Yeah, LeBron James, remember him? Well, he's starting to make a little bit of noise in the hobby again. I think a lot of the investor types, a lot of the deep pockets, FU money type dudes out there and gals have looked at important LeBron cards and said, you know what? All right, that's enough. These cards have dropped quite enough. It's time for them to, sort of find a floor. This is just too low. I think I'm going to sneak back into the LeBron market and start buying some of his stuff. This is the 2003 Bowman Chrome. It's serial number to 300. It's a quad gem, and it is a monster. And this card did $10,350 last night. I've got the card on your screen. It's in Card Ladder, the database. This is my data pricing tool of choice. This is a Pop 66 in BGS 9.5, and check it out. This was a huge jump last night from 7,100, which was at or near the bottom of in fact, it was the bottom over the last 2 years. That was the lowest price this card had sold for. Last night, it jumps all the way up here to 10,350, which I think is like maybe the third or fourth highest price paid over the last 2 years. So it went from the bottom over the last 2 years to damn near the top over the last 2 years. A huge sale last night of 10,350. Remember to take subgrades into account. You'll have to do your own research on whether all of those other price points along that 2-year graph were, quads, min gems, gem plus plus. What the hell were they? All that stuff matters when you're looking at a card, especially with the BGS label, especially a card like this where it's a Pop 66 and you're trying to get into the upper echelon of those 66, and subgrades is sort of the way to do it, along with eye appeal, of course. Next to that, we got another dual autograph. I'll take MJ and Rodman over Kobe and Zion Williamson all day, every day, and twice on Sundays. This is his 2008 Exquisite Enshrinements dual autograph, MJ and Rodman, serial number to 25. It is CGC authenticated. That is the authentication company that Fanatics Collect uses now on their raw cards. So this one is no doubt going to be off to PSA or BGS in the very near future. That dual autograph LeBron and Rodman on card auto does $12,600. A PSA 9 copy with a nice little 30% eye appeal sticker, a nice little touch of Bird Magic's rookie card from 1980 Topps does $13,800. We've got a one-of-one Jordan card here. I have not had a chance to check with my very dear and good friend in the hobby whose initials happen to be SS to check and make sure he won this card, but I have no doubt that he made a valiant effort trying to win it. I'll have to sit on with bated breath and wait and talk to my friend later to see if he was the winner of this 1998 Upper Deck MJ23 Quantum Gold 1-of-1 PSA 8, which sold for $14,100. We've got the X-Fractor. We saw the Bowman Chrome Refractor. Now we're looking at the Bowman Chrome X-Fractor. Half as many printed. Serial numbered to only 150. This one's got 2 10s and a 9. So it's a mixed gem of sorts. And this BGS 9.5 did $14,400 for LeBron's rookie year. That's an old BGS label. If we click in there, I'm pretty sure the subgrades would be on the back of that. In fact, I know they would be because they gave us the subgrades. Next, we got to look this up. This is a Kobe Bryant 97 Skybox Premium. It's serial numbered 50 out of 50. Does that matter to you? How nerdy can we get? First in line, last in line, jersey number this, jersey number that. This is serial numbered 50 out of 50. This is a 5.5. So this is an opportunity to get into, you know, a Kobe Bryant. It's probably a top 25, 30, 40 card in existence. This particular card, meaning the 97 Team Skybox Star Rubies. You know, a Jordan card would, you know, in this grade of this exact Team Skybox card would probably go for 50, 60. I don't know. I'm guessing. Let me know in the comments if you think I'm crazy. Kobe drops for $14,700. And I'm telling you right now, this is one of the best buys in here. And you guys know me, I'm a grade snob like no other. But if you can pick up this Skybox Star Rubies 5.5, and what is the deal with the 5.5? Why is it a 5.5? Well, the surface is a 4.5. So that means one of two things. Either there's serious surface damage, which it looks like there might be on the ball. It looks like there might be little punctures, little indentions. Somebody else who maybe knows more about the card, please comment below. Give me some details. Why is this card a 4.5? It also looks like there's some weird looking fraying up here in the top right corner of the card as well. Anyway, this card sold last night for $14,700. Comparing this card, and again, this exact same card sold for $17,700 in March of this exact same year. So same exact card, same exact cert number, right there, same exact card. Sold for $3,000 less than it did in March. PSA 8 BGS 8 sold for $26,000 and $20,000. I like buying it at $14,700 if you can get past the glaring surface damage. Next, we got a quad autograph 9.5. It's only a 9 for the autographs, but it's 4 pretty big ones. Michael Jordan, LeBron James, Magic Johnson, and the great ambassador of the game that took us from the cocaine era and ushered it over to the Bird Magic rivalry era of the 80s when basketball, NBA basketball really took off. That's, of course, Dr. J, Julius Erving. Take 2 of these and call me in the morning. This card is serial number to 4. Yes, this is serial numbered 1 out of 4, and it's you know, North Carolina Jordan, St. Vincent St. Mary's LeBron. It's of course Michigan State Magic Johnson, and it is UMass Julius Erving. This card in a BGS 9.5 with a 9 for the autographs does $15,300. A Bird 81 Topps Bird PSA 10 did $15,900. A Jordan PSA 9 old typewriter label does $16,800. A Black Shimmer Ja Morant from 2019 Prism. This is his rookie. This is a 1-of-1, and he is just, he's in, he's out. Is like, God, can this kid stay on the floor? Stop shooting people. Stop threatening to shoot people. Stop punching people. Stop threatening to punch people. Tell his dad to stop getting in fights with people. Tell everybody to just shut your mouth and go play basketball, and for God's sakes, eat a sandwich so you can stay on the court, because when he plays, he is special. He is unique. He is one of the most athletic freaks I have ever seen play the sport of basketball, but we just can't get a consistent dose of him. This 1/1 Black Shimmer does $17,400 for John Morant. And then next to it, we've got, we talked about the Team Skybox. Well, this is going to rank even higher. At least it is on my list. It's serial number to 100, twice what the Team Skybox Star Rubies was. But this Playmakers Theater, I think, is probably a bigger card than the Kobe Bryant BGS 5.5 Star Rubies we just saw. This is jersey number 24 out of 100. A good friend of mine sold this card on Fanatics Collect. I pray he used the Cajun promo code. By the way, now's a good time to remind you guys, if you're selling whales, even if you're not selling whales, if you're selling minnows, any cards you're selling on the Fanatics Collect weekly or Premier Marketplace, please do me a favor. The primary method of financial support from me and this channel and these consistent videos that you're getting is people who sell on Fanatics Collect website and they use the promo code Cajun. It can't get any easier. When you create a submission, which is also dummy proof because I do it all the time and I live in Louisiana, you use the promo code Cajun, all capital letters, C-A-J-U-N, and a little piece of what your card sells for comes out of Fanatics' pocket, comes out of Michael Rubin's pocket, out of his white party proceeds, and comes back here to support the Cajun Cardboard YouTube channel. This is the 98 Fleer Tradition Playmakers Theater that my friend sold, and it sold for $17,400. I've got it pulled up. It's right there. This is, by the way, Cowbell City. This is the record. This is the card that sold for $17,400. The card last sold in 2022 for $15,600. Now I'm pretty sure it was the exact same copy, 2290 and 2290. It's the exact same copy, exact same serial number. Now here's the question, right? Fanatics Collect says jersey number 24, but we know in this picture Kobe was jersey number 8 back then. Is that a jersey number or not? Right? We see the same thing with LeBron. We see the same thing with Jordan, where if he's got something serial numbered to 45, people will say jersey number. Serial number to 9 will say Olympic jersey number. But the picture on the card itself is not the actual jersey number. I want to know in the comments, hold on, whether you guys think that still qualifies as jersey number. What is the name for that? What's another name we can say when the actual jersey number on the face of the card doesn't actually match the numerator in the serial number, but it does match the jersey number that player wore, later in his career or earlier in his career. Anyway, $17,400 all-time record there. A Kareem Eye Appeal sticker from 1969 Topps Tall Boy rookie card, of course. A 15% sticker does $18,300. And then let's look up this 84 star number 195 BGS 9. Again, one of the 4 1984 star Michael Jordan cards. This 195 is a BGS 9. By the way, that is a pop 4, none higher. So there's not going to be a lot of sales data here, but I've got what we can, use. Over the last 2 years, the card sold for $20,000, and then it sold last night for $18,900. So not much to talk about here. Again, it's a pop 4. If we look at the pop report, it's a card that's only been graded 1398, right at 1,400 times. It's been graded 1,000 by Beckett and only 4. Look at the gem rate. It's 0. There are no BGS 9.5s. There are 8 PSA 10s. There are 10 PSA 8s. There's not even a PSA 9 of this card. So that is just how tough this card is to grade. Shout out to Star Company Quality Control. They were making these things in a freaking barn out in the country. So I don't know what else you can expect. They're cutting it with like scimitars or pitchforks or some kind of, cutting board thing that, their mom let them borrow to make these cards. So I don't know what else you could expect, but how funny is that? No gems of that card exist. BGS 9 going for $18,900 seems like a pretty okay price, right? There's only 4 cards of Jordan in 1984 star if you count the number 26 oversized Court Kings deal. 2005 Exquisite Collection limited logos. We saw a massive Jordan limited logo sell on the Alt Weekly auction for $180,000 plus. That was a second year Exquisite limited logo, BGS 9.5. This is a LeBron third-year Exquisite limited logos with a 3-color patch. These were serial numbered to 50, and it is a PSA 9 with a 10 for the autograph. That makes it a Pop 2, and this card sold for $21,000. $20,000. What about page 1? Let's talk about the top 24 cards that sold last night. We're already over 20,000 for all of the rest of the cards that we're going to talk about in this video. So we've got 24 $20,000 plus cards that we're about to talk about. Let's first pull up the Luka Doncic. Everybody remembers Luka Mania back in 2020, 2021. His cards were going ape donkey nuts. Here it is, 2018 Mojo. That's serial number 25. I know that much about Ultramodern cards. That makes it a Pop 10. There's your card in all its glory and splendor. This card last night as a Pop 10 actually went up. A Luka Doncic Ultramodern Prism rookie card just went up. Over the last 2 years, the card's up 8%. So that is a good sign. That is a good sale. The last sale was 18.3. The sale last night was 21. So that's a good sale for that card. Before you start to get too excited, why don't I remind you of what this card was doing back in 2022, where it sold for, oh my God, that's 2 BMW 3 Series, $78,000 right there. Maybe I'm wrong on my BMW car prices. I haven't looked at cars in a while, especially not nice cars, because I drive a GMC Terrain because I live in Louisiana. A 2003 Topps Contemporary Gold Collection, LeBron James, serial number to 25, BGS 9 to 21.9, and then a Jordan Tier 1 card sold. And by the way, this is like card number 22 in the auction. So what the hell are we about to see in the top 20? This Golden Boss Refractor, the GER as it's affectionately known, is serial number to 74. 1 in 23,000 pack odds is according to Fanatics Collect. This BGS 9 sold for $22,200. I've got it pulled up. There it is right there. Here's the history of the BGS 9 sales. There have been only 6 of them. Shout out to Julius Irving. The card sold for $22,200 last night. The last BGS 9 sold for $29,700 in March. And I want to see, is it the same serial number? 653. 653. So the exact same card, exact same grade, exact same cert number sold for $7,500 more in March of 2024 than it did last night when it sold for $22,200. Let me know in the comments what you think about that. Does that mean something? Did they overreach back in March? Did somebody steal this one here in November? What's going on here? You know, we see these Jordan cards. They're breaking 2021 prices. This is a monster Jordan card. This is a top 20 Michael Jordan card in existence. It just is. And I know greening is an issue and greening is a factor. Let me know how much the greening of the card, maybe that supersedes the BGS 9 grade, which is a really good grade for the card. And let me know what you guys think about that. Again, serial number to 74. There's not too many serial number Jordan cards from the 90s, and that's why it's a tier 1 hierarchy card. Next, we got a Steph Curry 2009 Topps Chrome Refractor, which is serial number to 500, of course. This is a mixed gem, and it sold for $22,200. Dual autograph, LeBron and Jordan. Premier pairings from 2008 Upper Deck. This is an on-card auto and badass nonetheless. 8.5, 10 for the autograph. Serial number to 25 does 22.5. Another Jordan. This one's a patch, dual patch auto, and it sells for $25,500. This card comes from Upper Deck Trilogy, and it's a BGS 910. This one's serial number to 10. This seems like a better card. I'm not sure why it sold for only $3,000 more. It's a higher grade. It's got a dual patch. They're both on-card autos. They're both 10 for the autograph grade. This is serial number to 10. This is serial number to 25. This is a Pop 5. It seems like this one should have sold for significantly more than this one, but there must be more to the story. I'm an autograph idiot, so somebody educate me in the comments. Speaking of dual patch autos, now we've gone from Jordan and LeBron. Let's go ahead over to Kobe and LeBron, right? Again, dual patch auto. Guess what? It's from 2004 Upper Deck Trilogy 1-2 combo. 2004 Upper Deck Trilogy 1-2 combo. We talked about these in my preview video. I always do a Fanatics Premier preview video as well. For those of you who caught that, I thought it would be interesting, and I was wondering how these cards would sell in comparison to each other. The Jordan and LeBron 910 sold for $25,500. The Kobe and LeBron 810, same serial number, and of course, same exact card, just different players, sold for more. I thought that was very odd. Very, very odd. Jordan and LeBron selling for less than Kobe and LeBron. Go figure. Let me know in the comments if that's lunacy. Here's a card that needs a little story to be told. And we recently saw a Kobe Bryant film at 11 sell to a great collector over on the West Coast for an incredible, incredible number. This is the little-known 2000 Fleer Mystique, right? A really obscure Fleer product from the year 2000 when nobody was collecting cards because there was no good players. Yeah, shout out to Yao. I think he might have been the next year, though. Film at 11, serial number 9 out of 11, PSA 7, none graded higher, Pop 1, $27,600. Let's do our research and let's figure out what the hell are we even looking at. Well, it says this card has sold 21 times. That is definitely not correct, but we know this. This is Cowbell City, an all-time record, because I've got this sorted by price, and the highest price ever paid for this card before this sale was back in 2015. That's almost a decade ago when it sold for $835. Well, this sells for 35x or whatever the hell the number is, but basketball cards are not an investment, right? They're just a hobby. Giannis 2013 National Treasures, true RPA, 8.5. Does $27,900. Yeah, remember him? The guy putting up MVP numbers for a team that has no chance in the East. One-man show. Kind of reminds me of LeBron on those early Cavs teams. He's unstoppable. He can't be stopped. I texted my buddy the other day, the great Coach Pixley, who is a co-host on my Old Head Hoops Talk podcast that I do on this channel, and said, listen to me, I am saying it right now. I thought LeBron was the greatest transition player that I have ever seen in my life. Giannis is the greatest transition basketball player in the history of the sport of basketball, and I'll go to my grave with that. He absolutely cannot be stopped. The one thing I will say is you can always grab him with two hands and pull him down and make him shoot 55% from the free throw line. 2003 Ultimate Collection LeBron, serial number 250. We see these all the time. This does 28.8. What about this Kaboom Doncic? We saw another Doncic Mojo card do pretty damn well, which is, kind of been against the run of play recently on Doncic cards, which have sort of been trending downward, for at least from what I've been observing. This is his 2008 Crown Royale. This Kaboom is a PSA 10 Pop 8. So not very many of these. This is going to draw out the attention of huge high-end Doncic collectors that are sticking with it, right? That are staying with the Doncic game here. And let's see what this card, I think it's silly looking, of course, but that's just me. It's a Pop 8, like we talked about. 28.8 is actually down from one that sold last week. 7 days ago, one sold for $29.55, but this one does substantiate that price and sell for $28.8. The highest price in the last year before that was $25,620. So 3 pretty substantial sales. This card did, however, sell for $36,000 back in Bubble City 2021. Next, we got a LeBron James Pristine BGS 10, and let me tell a little story here so you guys know. I've got a lot of people that watch the channel. This will get a couple thousand views. I've got a lot of great subscribers. I got a lot of friends in the hobby that I'm so appreciative of, and it's part of the reason why I do this channel is to, to make friends in the hobby. Well, Lancelot Cards is a great collector who decided it was time for him to get out of the game. So he sold this card and one more card, which we're about to see. He actually sold more than that, but 2 of the cards that we're going to talk about in this Fanatics Premier auction. Lancelot Cards on Instagram reached out to me this morning and said, hey, I know you do these Premier recap videos. This is a nice story for you. I sold this LeBron BGS 10 refractor. This is a massive card, people. I mean, obviously, it sold for $31,200. It's a huge card. And he bought some great tickets, season tickets to the San Francisco 49ers for him and his wife and his kids. So that's a great story of how cards can turn into something else in the sports world, right? So he bought some big time tickets to the San Francisco 49ers football season for his wife and his kids. I think he bought 4 tickets with some of the money from the sales last night on Fanatics Collect. Did he use the promo code Cajun? I don't know. I didn't ask him. I didn't seem fair. I did tell him that I'm going to miss him in the hobby, and I hope he's not gone forever. But if you're going to go out, this is a nice way to go out. Let's see how he did. This is a BGS 10 Topps Chrome Refractor LeBron, which makes it pretty rare, right? The grade is what makes the card pretty rare. There it is right there, Pop 31. Shout out to the great Reggie Miller of Indiana Pacer fame. The card was trending noticeably downward, obviously, right? We knew that all LeBron cards are trending downward over the last 2 years, but this one makes a nice comeback. So I told my friend, congrats. It looks like you did pretty well on the refractor BGS 10. The last sale was $27,000. That was the lowest sale of the last 14 sales over the last 2 years. And so he flipped the script. And so he is the first card, first BGS 10 refractor to turn back in the positive direction and jump from $27,000 to a $31,200 sale last night. So pretty good sale last night for my friend Lancelot Cards. Congrats on that. Speaking of LeBron, refractor gems, this is his 2003 finest refractor, and this is a serial number bad boy. This is a really good looking card. I saw this card featured by Jesse and a couple other folks on Fanatics Collect with Acquire on Instagram. If you're not following Acquire, they're another affiliate partner of my Cajun Cardboard channel and one of the biggest, baddest, and most reputable, and I 100% endorse them from a trustworthy standpoint. One of the biggest card brokers in the world, Jesse Craig and Brock and some of those guys and Chris over at Acquire, ACQUIR.co. If you want to go check out their website, they were featuring this card and kind of talking about this card. I think that's who it was, as I saw on Instagram, but I didn't realize how beautiful this card was. This is serial number 250. It's a Pop 8 and PSA 10. How about this LeBron card? We saw the BGS 10 pristine Topps Chrome refractor turn the corner and start to go back to the positive. What about this one? Not so much. But again, we're measuring this one from 2020, so that's not fair, right? That's a totally different comparison because we know what LeBron cards were doing in 2020 during Pandemicville. This card hasn't sold in 4 years, so to drop from 45 to 32 isn't the end of the world. I would have guessed lower, to be quite honest with you, because most of LeBron's cards are down more than whatever that is, 35%. Most of them are down 70, 80%, some crazy numbers, right? But this Pop 8 does $32,400 last night. Which of these two would you rather have? The non-numbered BGS 10 Topps Chrome refractor that sold for $31,200, or the serial number to 250 finest refractor PSA 10 Pop 8 that sold for $32,400. That's a great comment for those of you watching the video. Let me know which of those two LeBron refractors you would rather have. And I know there's going to be a bunch of Jordan-loving LeBron haters out there that say, they both suck, keep them. We don't want your stupid LeBron cards in the comments because, everybody in this hobby is one or the other, Jordan or LeBron or Kobe, right? It seems like you're always one of those three, but you hate the others. But that's what makes the hobby great. Notable nicknames: Kobe Bryant. Serial number to 99. This is a PSA 9, 10 for the autograph, Black Mamba inscription. Doesn't get much better than this. Kobe wrote a damn paragraph on there. Pop 1, 4 graded higher, $38,400 for this notable nicknames auto. And then this was the other card that my friend Lancelot Cards sold, and this is a monster. It is a it's a Pop 1 serial numbered, hand serial numbered, 3 out of 23, 1999 Upper Deck Final Floor PSA 10, and it sold for $39,600. There's the card right there. Yikes. This is sorted by price. This is the second highest price ever paid, and the highest price ever paid was the exact same card. How do I know? Because it's the exact same certification number and it's the exact same hand numerated serial number. So $39,600 last night, $50,400 back in July of this year. I am assuming that is my friend taking a little bit of a bath on this card, unless he was the owner in between and he picked it up in between there in a private sale. But it looks like he picked it up in July, sold it in November, and did not do well on that transaction. But at least he's going to have fun watching some really good 49ers football games. A PSA 9 complete set of 1986 Fleer sells for $40,800. And as you can see, both of the Jordans are graded PSA 9 as well. Remember, if you want to say, I collected the entire set of the 1986 Fleer, you got to have the stickers. You got to have the stickers, man. 132 out of 143 is not the set. 143, that's the set. $40,800. I haven't looked at this in a long time. I don't know if that's a good price or not. Somebody in the comments who messes with 86 Fleer on a daily basis, let me know. Did this go too cheap? Did this go for what you thought? Let us know in the comments. Immaculate Collection, Luka Doncic, second year Luka Doncic logo man. This is a 1/1 BGS 9. This does $42,000. And then we've got another limited logos. We saw the 2005 sell. Now we're looking at the 2004. This is graded authentic, but it is a 10 for the autograph, and this is serial number to 50 as well. This is card number 6 out of 50, which is a LeBron James jersey number, and this card sold for $48,000. I don't think I looked that card up. No, I did not. Next, we've got a Victor Wembanyama Mercury patch auto, 1 of 1. There's a few of those out there. This is the alien inscription where he's got a little picture of a little alien face on there. If you look closely, I don't know. It's getting a little bit silly. I saw that there's a Paul Skeens and Livy Dunn, whoever the hell that is, dual autograph card that now they're hyping. I'm not a big fan of it. It's just too much. Keep your pop culture in this section. Keep your sports in this section. Let's just leave us alone. Do your silly pop culture stuff here. If people love that, that's great. Put it in your boxes for pop culture lovers. But don't mix the pop culture and the sports. I don't need Paul Skeen's girlfriend on baseball cards. And I don't collect baseball. And I know I sound like old man, get off my lawn guy. But let me know what you think in the comments. If that's just too far, I worry it's a slippery slope. And we're going to go somewhere that we really don't want the hobby to go. It's just too, I don't know. It just feels, I don't want that card. I don't want anyone to want that card, to be honest with you. Anyway, back to Mercury, the unlicensed Mercury product, which was $8,000 a box, 8 cards. This 2003 1 of 1 gold foil refractor sold for $54,000. And then next to it, we've got the 2003 Ultimate Collection signatures. We see this card a lot, but we don't see it in this gold parallel. And the golds were hand serial numbered to 23. This BGS 9.5 with a 10 for the autograph. It's a mixed gem. It does $72,000. I've got this card pulled up. Guys, look at this. This is a huge, huge card, but look what it sold for in 2021, $180,000. So you're still, 40%, something like that. I don't know. Somebody else do some quick math there. Triple autograph, LeBron, Kobe, and Jordan. I don't think you can pick 3 much better than that, right? If you ask me to pick 3, I'm probably going to get close to there. Maybe Anthony Simons gets in there. I don't know. Maybe, Antoine Carr from the Jazz back in the day. Maybe Jeff Hornacek. But Jordan, Kobe, and LeBron is a pretty damn good triple auto. Serial number to 25. This card did $90,000 last night. Holy crap. And then we are at the top 3, and it's 3 very different cards. The first one, it tells an interesting story, and I want to see what you guys think. Again, I'm not the ultramodern expert, but I'm going to throw it out there, ask the question, and let you guys comment about it and fight over it. This is the 2023 Prism Deca product, and this is the Black Shimmer Wembanyama, and it graded a PSA 10 like every other Victor Wembanyama card on Earth has graded. This is a obviously Pop 1, 1 of 1 Black Shimmer, and it did $132,000, which is a lot for those of you that are abroad. $132,000 of American US dollars is a lot of money. 132 grand. Here's your sale. That is the 4th highest selling Victor Wembanyama card of all time. What's interesting is that the highest selling Victor Wembanyama card of all time was also a Black Shimmer 1 of 1, but it was the true Black Shimmer 1 of 1 from First Off the Line from 2023 Prism, but it was a PSA 9. So here's my question. I know Deca is not Prism, but I thought people loved Deca. But now we've got a Deca selling for $132, and then we've got the PSA 9, which is a lower grade, but it is 1 of 1s. And so some people say grade doesn't matter at all in 1 of 1s. I happen to differ with that, and I think the grade does matter, and I think it would affect the price. I think a PSA 10 would have sold for more than $516,000 for this original Black Shimmer, First Off the Line. But let me know in the comments what you think. You've got the original Black Shimmer 9, First Off the Line, that sells for $516, and then you got this one that sells for $132. Is it that people prefer the true Black Shimmer that much more than the Deca, or is it timing? Because that one sold in April and this one sold in November 21st, and no matter who you are, if you don't acknowledge that Victor Wembanyama cards are running down fast, then you are in complete and utter denial. 132 is a humongous amount of dollars, right? We know this, but again, timing is everything. Let me know what you think about this sale right here. Again, the 4th highest selling Victor Wembanyama basketball card of all time sold last night on Fanatics Collect Premier November auction. $132,000 for this Deca Black Shimmer. Great looking card. I think it looks great. Why? Because it already exists. It's called 2012 Prism. Next, we got 2 LeBron cards that tell an interesting story. The 2003 Topps Chrome LeBron Black Refractor PSA 10. These were serial number to 500. This PSA 10 sold for the exact same number, $132. What are you choosing? You got to choose one. The LeBron Black Refractor PSA 10 or the Victor Wembanyama Deca thing. Here we go. There's the LeBron PSA 10. It's a pop 21. Shout out to KG. 14.46%. That is actually up from 126, which is up from 86. And so we've got a LeBron card that is trending upward. Yes, sound the alarm. We have a LeBron card that is up $50,000 over the last year and a half. What the hell are we even talking about? Again, let's look at the pop report. Now I'm going to do something that's dirty and filthy. I have a BGS 9.5 Black Refractor LeBron rookie card, and it is for sale. And I am open to offers, but don't come unless you're coming strong. With a PSA 10 sale of $132,000, what do we think the BGS 9.5 is worth? Because the last BGS 9.5 sold for $30,200. That is 1/4. And guess what? If we look at the pop report, the gem percentage for BGS, it's a tougher grade. BGS 9.5s are tougher to pull than PSA 10s. And that is not usual, and that is not common, but the gem rates don't lie. 9% versus 11%, 26 9.5s, 21 PSA 10s. That's what and what. So what is a BGS 9.5 worth? I don't know. Mine's for sale. Come at me, but don't come weak. I am sorry, but that is a very self-interested sale that I am trying to make. But here's the thing we need to look at. Again, if we look at the all-time chart, this I'm still on BGS 9.5. Here we go. All-time chart. Look what a PSA 10 once sold for. Oh my God, $500,000. $480,000, $500,000 this card sold for back in 2021, and nothing good since then. Although, like we said, over the last 2 years, look at this trend. It's actually up 2 times in a row. Let me know where you think that's going. Is that a sign the LeBron cards are coming back? Well, I don't know. Let's keep looking at the card that won the auction, right? It's LeBron again, and it's a much more rare LeBron card. This is his essential credentials. These were serial numbered to 102, and it's card number 102. And this is a PSA 10, which makes it a pop 5. Yes, only 5 of these exist, so it's going to pull all of the huge long-term LeBron collectors out of the woodworks. I've got it pulled up. Not close. $150,000 is by a pretty large measure. Let's say $115,900, the highest sale ever for this card. Again, I want to remind you, it's a pop 5 in PSA 10. It's an 8% gem rate. And this card did a huge number last night. The highest sale before this was back before the bubble year, and it sold for $34,100. That is another indication that basketball cards might be a pretty good investment. If you want to make the story even better, let me just show you something. Look at the certification number of this card. Here, this is the $34,000 sale back in 2020, which seems like a lifetime ago. 237-211-97. What about the card that sold last night for $115,000 more dollars? What is the cert number? 237-211-97. It's card number 40 out of 102. And this was card number 40 out of 102. That's the same damn card that somebody just made $115,000 gross profit on. Again, we got to pay Uncle Sam. We got to pay Biden and those folks a little bit. But nevertheless, good sale there. Interesting sale there. That's the card that won the auction. Let me know what you guys saw in this Fanatics Premier auction that really stands out to you. We saw some really interesting stuff. We got to ring the damn cowbell a little bit. I love doing these auctions once a month. I wish I could be part of it from a buying standpoint, hell, or a selling standpoint, just to get some action, right? But no, I sat this one out, as I'm sure most people did, because there's only so many people with enough money in the holster to make moves on cards of this magnitude. But let's go through our top 10 real quick in order. LeBron, Victor Wembanyama, triple auto of the 3 modern GOATs. And I guess you could throw Curry in that mix as well. LeBron, Wembanyama, LeBron, Doncic, and then the entire 86 Fleer complete set PSA 9. And then Jordan barely sneaks into our top 10 on a Fanatics Premier auction, unless you count the triple auto, of course, which features Jordan prominently at the top of that card, which is serial number to 25. That's it, guys. That's the end of the video. I thank you guys so much for watching. Again, just a reminder, the primary method that I get compensated for doing the content that I do on this YouTube channel is from you guys. thoughtfully using the promotional code Cajun when you submit cards to sell on the Fanatics Premier and weekly auctions. If you're ever sending any cards to the vault, which I highly recommend, it's where I vault all of my cards. It's where I sell the vast majority of my cards. It's on Fanatics Collect. Please consider using the promo code Cajun, all capital letters, C-A-J-U-N, when you submit those cards. It can't miss. It's right there. It asks you for a promo code. You just plug it in and you're good. You'll get a little green check mark, and you'll feel good about, supporting the Cajun Cardboard YouTube channel. Thank you guys for watching. 3 videos today. That's crazy. Who else does this? Nobody. The most consistent content creator in the hobby. That's me. Thank you guys for watching. Keep collecting. Stay positive in the hobby. Have a great weekend, and peace.